Hi everyone and welcome to Brick Arena and welcome to the start of another working week. Last week, for those of you who watched last week's vlog, you'll know that I wasn't feeling too good, and I just wanted to take a second to thank everyone for all of the well wishes and all of the get well messages and all of the comments, etc. So thanks for that. This week I'm feeling much better. Hopefully going to be back to normal. Still, I wouldn't say I'm 100% at the moment, but we're getting there, and hopefully there'll be no issues with normal store operations, etc. So with that said, let's take a look and see what we've got for the start of this week. Now, as is often the case for Monday mornings, I did a lot of the picking last night, so we've got all of the weekend's orders here. Well, I say all, they're not really all of the orders because we've still got the problem with Royal Mail. And that continues to be a real pain in the butt, to be honest with you, because I've probably got a dozen or so international orders that I need to get shipped. And, I really need to get those out. But thankfully, all the customers have been really patient, and nobody's asked to cancel their order yet, which is really nice. And I haven't, as some people have done, stopped all of my international shipping. I haven't turned off international countries and just letting people place orders, but keeping them well informed of the situation and letting them know exactly what's going on. So as you can see here, real variety of orders, some eBay, just 2 or 3 eBay ones, including the nice Elton John figure here, and others are just your regular sort of mix of parts orders and minifigs, etc. So this week I'm going to be hoping to sort of double down on getting things into the store, so I'm probably going to look at getting these orange containers addressed and get some of that parted out and into the store. All of these are used, as I've probably mentioned before, in these 4 containers. So we'll see what's in here, get them added to the store, and hopefully increase the lot count. So all today's post done and is off to the sorting office, so time to get cracking and start adding some more lots and items to the store. So starting with the first of the orange cabinets. Now this one was called Wall 8, which is a used item, a used cabinet rather. So I'm just looking at the Brick Pickers file, and I've pulled out all of the items that reference this cabinet, and that's looking at about 1,700 items in 217 lots. Now what's going to be good for me as I start to add the used lots, I think at least, is that the vast majority of these are going to be new lots, because my used stock is so depleted because I've been focusing on all of the new, that there really aren't too many lots in here that I will already have. So we'll see what we end up with anyway at the end of this. But I'm going to crack on and get this little lot uploaded. Just making a start now. We can have a quick look to see what's in some of the drawers. All sorts of bits and pieces in here, and I think there's loads of sort of printed tiles and things in there, so they're all going to be one-ofs probably in there, 1s or 2s at least. I won't pull too many of these out. I don't want the whole cabinet to topple over because it gets sort of top heavy. But yeah, lots and lots of stuff in here, lots of mixed drawers that are going to need sorting out, which is what I find tends to be the time consuming part of doing all of this, but plenty to keep me busy anyway. We finished and uploaded the first of these containers. So this is the container that I showed you earlier, which was Wall 8. And what we ended up with from that unit was 1,461 items in 229 lots. Not an enormous amount of value. which is the way I suspect that these used units will go. What that does do for me though is it gives me quite a big increase in lots. So we've got an increase of almost 200 lots. So of those 229 lots that we just uploaded, 199 of them were new lots. And that's the way that I expect most of this to go, as I add more of these orange units in, and indeed more of the items from the container, because the bulk of what is there now is used items that almost all going to be new lots, I think, and I'm really looking forward to getting that lot count up considerably. It's Tuesday the 17th of January and we've still got big issues with Royal Mail. We're still unable to send international. They continue to ask us to hold off on attempting to send parcels internationally and not to take them to your local depot. But there's no indication of any kind of timeline as to when this is going to be resolved. They just say they're working on it, and we just have to wait. It's just crazy and so frustrating. And I've got, you know, lots of international orders waiting to ship. Thankfully, everyone is being really patient. I haven't had anybody yet asking to cancel orders, which is really good. But there's one thing that I did think about that's a potential problem for us that you need to keep in mind, is that especially on Brick Owl, if the person who's placed the order has paid by Stripe, you only have a certain period to capture the Stripe payment, and I'm not sure what happens after that because I've never not captured it. And the way it gets captured is to mark it as shipped. So that's going to be a bit of a problem, I think. So you might need to go into Stripe and manually capture the cost in Stripe rather than waiting to hit the shipped marker in Brick Owl. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. I think I've still got a couple of days before the first of my international orders you know, hits that barrier. So I've got another day or so, day or two, and then I'll need to make some decisions. Now, in other news, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Jamie and to Adam, who have both contributed to support the site through Ko-fi. And Jamie bought me a couple of coffees there. And for Adam, I was able to help him with some currency advice regarding PayPal as a result of a question he asked on one of the videos. So thanks very much, guys, for the support. Always appreciated, of course. Now, let's have a quick look at what we've got today. We have got a few orders going out, mostly fairly small orders, some minifig parts, you know, and other bits and pieces. This one is an interesting one, only in that this customer has placed this order on Brick Owl, and what's funny about that to me is I literally sent an order to this person yesterday on Bricklink for almost exactly the same parts in different quantities, but the same parts. And I just wonder, you know, why they didn't place, you know, the higher volume order with Bricklink, etc. Maybe it was just an oversight and they realized they needed more than they'd first anticipated. But interesting that they're buying on both platforms and didn't just come back to me via Bricklink. Some flowers going out there, and just one order today on eBay, which is another of these Tuscan Raider poly bags, which are quite popular. Now for today, probably going to continue with more of these orange units. or maybe some of the stuff that's over behind my desk over there. But another job, which is more of an admin job that I'm going to need to do very shortly, is to get these parts here in these drawers moved. These are all new parts, and I want to try and make this entire wall a used wall, as I've mentioned before. And in terms of used, I started at the far end, and I've now gotten up to here, and I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4.5 Rayco units left to fill. I need to get the numbers on those, so I'm probably going to do that today. So I might leave it another day or two, get some more of these filled, but then I'm very soon need to get these moved into the empty spaces in that rack in there, or in here, wherever I can get them, and just keep this wall as used. So I've just finished up a second one of these cabinets, and that gave me 1,400 parts in 132 lots. Value isn't great, to be honest, on them, but that's the way it goes with used parts, unfortunately. But the good news out of that is from the 132 gave me another 103 new lots, which means we are now at 11,822 lots. So they're creeping up nicely, and you know, hopefully we can push this up another couple of thousand over the next few weeks in terms of lots, and hopefully that will drive more sales. So I've got 2 more of the orange cabinets in here still to do, so probably going to work on those with the remainder of the week. Still got lots going on behind me in these tubs, lots of figure stuff that I've just not gotten to yet, lots of headgear, heads, torsos, and all sorts of stuff. And still got some of those tiles to finish off that I was doing before Christmas as well. I stopped doing those, put them to one side, and yeah, still got some of those to finish as well. So lots to add, and you know, again, all of these will be new lots probably. So still expecting this lot count to keep flying up. I've finally gotten around to printing some labels so that I can label up the remainder of the rainbow drawers that I've got around the middle section here, and also the section at the end there. And that's really so I can get prepped to start and add used parts into the section at the end there. Now, I just thought you might like to know, for anyone creating labels and things, I've found that using Canva, which is a website, I think it's, I don't know who it's owned by, whether it's Google or not, but you just sign in with your Google credentials and you can make custom size pages and easily print your labels. And I think there's other elements you can add in here. I think if you needed to add, I might be talking rubbish, but I think you can add in kind of serial numbers, barcodes, and all that kind of stuff as well, if you want to get really fancy with things. For me, I just wanted some easy numbering, and that's the result here with these nice, these are 60 by 40 labels, pretty cheap, just got them off Amazon. I think they were about £6, I think, for a roll of a couple of hundred. And the nice thing with the printer that I use, which is the Zebra GK420D, is you can just swap the rolls out from the usual shipping label rolls to these this size roll here, and it's so easy to do. And then with Canva, just export it as a PDF and then print out directly from the PDF. Nice and easy. I've spent a little bit of time this morning adding all of the stickers from the Brick Pickers acquisition. They didn't have that many stickers, but they had a book in much the same way that I do, and I managed to take all of the stickers out of there, check them, and add them to my book of stickers, which is over here, and all stored away nice and neatly into these pockets, which are really good actually for keeping your stickers in. I don't bother numbering the pages because I never have that many in the read, but really easy to pick from there. But if you really wanted to get you know, organized, you could number each of the pages and reference which page it's on. Something I didn't really need to do. I've also spent a good bit of time this morning recording the Q&A session that may even go out before this week's vlog. So we'll see how that develops. I decided to do it this morning because I had an opportunity where there was nobody around and there wasn't going to be any external noise, so I thought it was probably a good opportunity to do that. Now I'm just ploughing on with another of these containers, so sorry if these are not so exciting for you guys to see what's happening with them. This one is, in theory, about 2,300 items in 125 lots. We'll see what we actually get at the end of this. But again, I'm just trying at the moment, trying to have a real push to really grow those lots as much as I can. So we'll get this added to the store and see what we've got. It's Thursday the 19th of January and we've still got continued disruption with Royal Mail, although they have now said that they are trialling some workarounds to get international packages flowing again, and they have reopened the service for international letters, although those letters are literally just that and can't contain any goods and can't carry a customs form. But at least there are some signs of progress, and hopefully they'll get the issue resolved in the next couple of days. Now, let's have a look at this morning's orders, which are picked and ready to pack up. We've got, let's have a look, 7, 8, 9, I think. The biggest one being this one, which was about 70 lots, and did cause me one problem because there was one item in there that I could only find 2 of, despite there being, according to my inventory, over 500 of them. And the buyer wanted 40, and I just can't locate them. They're not in my overflow box. There were 2 in the location that I had in the remarks column. So I don't know what I've done. I've either put them somewhere else, or I've mislisted the quantity somehow. But either way, I've had to refund for the missing items that I can't find. I've spent a little bit of time looking, but I just can't spend any longer. Some other minifigs and minifig parts going out. Nothing super exciting. We've got one eBay order going out for a mini doll and some torsos going out there. I've got one more orange cabinet to do, and I'm probably going to do that today, and then maybe think about heading over to the container and picking some more stuff up to add to the store. And what I'm really trying to focus on now, obviously, is getting these orange units empty, but then I want to be looking for basic parts. There are lots and lots of sort of one-off items, things like, you know, things with stickers attached and stuff like that, but you know, I don't want to get too bogged down in that. I want to get the lots increased with basic bricks that are going to be used in lots of builds. So hopefully we can make that happen. Still need to get these moved over. It's not quite sure when to do it because it's obviously just one of them jobs that, you know, doesn't add a lot of value apart from, you know, making some space here, but it needs to be done, so probably just gonna have to bite the bullet and do that. So after finishing the third of the orange boxes, we've got close to 2,500 items in 189 lots. But I'm not going to upload this just yet, because I'm going to just crack on and add the last of the orange boxes. Now, I need to get the file together, so I'm going to go into the Brick Pickers file, and this is cabinet wall 7. So I'm just going to put in a search for wall 7 and see what comes back. And here we are with everything returned. And what I'm going to do is create a new file in Brickstore, go back to the Brick Pickers file, select everything, cut it, and then go and put it into this new untitled file. And that's going to tell me that in theory there are 5,836 items in this orange box in 190 lots. Now the next thing to do is I have my store file open here, so I've simply imported my store inventory into this file. So now I'm going to go back to the new untitled file that we've got, select everything, and then I am going to go edit, copy values from document, and I'm going to be copying from my store file, and I want to copy just the remarks across and merge them with any remarks that are already in the file. So when I click finish, what I'll now have in here is a list of the Brick Pickers stock in the orange container with the amended remark to show where I have those used parts stored. Now there shouldn't be very many because, you know, I don't have all that many used parts in here, but we'll work through these and we'll see how many we do have. So hopefully that's going to add a lot more lots. And I've been saying for a long time that I've got tons of space in here, and I must say that that space, as I'm adding all this used stuff, because they're all new lots, they're really taking up space quickly, because they're taking up new drawers in these cabinets. So I'm already now, these aren't full, but they're labeled, but I'm full up to here with the used parts that I've added so far. And I've got, I think it said there, another 180 lots to add. And let's assume even if there's, you know, 100, 150 new lots, they're going to fill a lot of this up very quickly. And that's without everything else at the container. So I'm now, I wouldn't say getting nervous, because obviously we've got to go over to here, but they are filling up really, really quickly. So it's going to be interesting to see just when we run out of space, and we might end up having to think about racking behind this door out even quicker than we thought. It is Friday the 20th of January, and I woke up to this email this morning which says, "Hello Brick Arena, my name's Tommy. Big fan of the channel and love your videos. You've inspired me to create the first ever Lego minifigs and bulk part store in Argentina. I would just like to let you know that your videos have been of great help and inspiration to making my dream of becoming a Lego seller a reality. Thanks very much. Can't wait to see your upcoming vlogs. All the best, Tommy." Wow, that's a brave choice of setting up the first ever store in Argentina. Congrats, Tommy. Hope business is good over there and you get lots of orders. I assume there'll be some big benefits in terms of there'll be no competition looking around you for used Lego. I don't know what Lego is like in Argentina in terms of popularity and how much bulk Lego there is around, or how many you know, used or new sets there are available for resale. But all the best with your endeavours, and let us know how it's going in a few months' time maybe, and see if business is taking off. Still not much of a change with the Royal Mail here. The statement for Friday the 20th is pretty much unchanged from yesterday. They are still trialling this workaround that they claim that they have, and you can send letters as long as they don't need customs forms. But I hope they get this sorted soon, because you know, I haven't turned off international shipping. As I mentioned earlier in the week, just overnight I had a £140 order from the US, so you know, I don't really want to be rejecting those, and I've got about 20 or more in backlog waiting to be sent. I have had one person ask for a refund, but everyone else has been pretty good so far, so long may that continue. Now, in terms of orders this morning, super quiet, just 4 very small orders to get me started for this morning, which are all picked, and nothing much of anything here. We've got the zombie minifig from series 1 that sold for £8, and we've got a Sith trooper and a few parts, but apart from that, not much at all. So I'm gonna continue on with uploading stuff to the store. Probably gonna try and get to the container maybe, and just swap these orange boxes out, bring some more back ready to get uploaded next week, and pull a few other drawers for listing as well, and just keep that the focus. There is a couple of things I do need to get listed on eBay, and I'm probably a bit late with these, and I don't know if they'll sell anyway, but back here I've got some of these Chinese New Year things. These are from a few years ago. These were the year of the ox. I'm going to try these this year, and if they don't sell, I think I'm going to part them out. And I've also got a few of the Chinese New Year sets. We've got the old boat race one down there, although the box is quite battered on that one. And I've got a couple of the other New Year sets upstairs as well, so I'm probably going to get them listed today. And that's going to be it. I'm really, as I've probably shown already, you know, I'm getting well along in this racking with the used items flying in, and so I do need to get that stuff moved still. Haven't got that done yet, and need to find some time to get that done. So we're back at the container today. We've got 4 more of the orange units that have been unloading this week to bring back and swap out, and these are the only full ones left. I think there are 7 here, so I'm going to take 4 of them back, so there'll only be 3 after that to empty. And my focus is also going to be on taking some of the basic parts back from here. So we've got sort of 1x2s, plates in a couple of drawers there. We'll probably just dump them into one drawer. We've got some 1x4s, a couple of drawers of them, which will condense into one. So not an awful lot in those drawers, though. You know, a lot of them are very low on quantities, so we'll get them bagged probably, and take some of these back, but get these uploaded to the store. And they're not going to take very long at all, to be honest with you. So I actually, looking at this lot, these black drawers are probably not going to take all that long to get emptied out and listed. So if we could really condense the space once those are gone. Now, I did have a good idea from my buddy Ralph from Ralph's Bricks, who suggested that I might want to hang on to quite a few of these actually for sorting all of the used bulk and putting them into various categories, which is a really good idea. Now, I don't really have anywhere to put them back at the house though, so they'd probably have to go into subcategories and stay here for storage until they are actually counted out and put into the store back at home. We've still got sets to part out as well, so I could get some of those back and parted into the store. And I also did have the thought about these containers here that I got also as part of the deal, and I think these might make a good setup for when I start sorting the bulk actually. So I wasn't really sure what I was going to be doing with them, but these will stack as well, and they're open fronted, so I think they'll be really nice to set up for when I start sorting the bulk into categories. So they're going to come in really useful. It's pretty cold today, so I'm not going to hang around here too long, and don't want to get too distracted on just sort of, you know, rifling through stuff. So I'm going to get these orange containers swapped out, and I've got a list in my pocket. I did a bit of pre-work actually and looked at the Brick Pickers file to see what was in each of these, and so I've highlighted 2 or 3 of the better ones to take back and get listed, and I'll be taking some of this stuff as well, which I'll hopefully condense into 1 or 2 drawers. So anyway, better crack on, still lots to do, and we'll get some of this back to the house. Here's a quick look at what I brought back from the container, as well as the 4 more cabinets here. Of the 4 cabinets that I've brought back, 3 of them are used parts and 1 is new. And then in addition, I've brought these extra drawers of common parts really, mostly plates, so 1x plates. Some larger plates here, more plates, 1x4s, 1x6s, 1x8s, and 1x10s in there, I think, 1x2s, and then some bricks, 1x bricks, 1x2 bricks, etc. So common parts, we're going to try and get those sorted and uploaded to the store pretty quickly, and we'll crack on with the orange units again into next week. And still plenty of other stuff here as well in terms of the minifigure stuff, but I've put that on hold a little bit and just try and get the lot count up through these extra used parts. I've just finished uploading the last of this week's parts from the orange containers, etc. that I've been sorting out this week, and that's resulted in 4,664 items. More importantly for me, it's another 354 lots. Of that, I've just uploaded, and that gave me 293 new lots. So my new lot count is 11,978, so not too far off the 12,000 mark, and we're up to 653,869. So glad to see the lots increasing. That's the aim of the game at the moment, and that's quite a few new lots we've added this week in particular, and as I said, close to 12,000. Really pleased with that.